Well guys, I finally got my package in the mail. We've been waiting for a long time for these JL differential skid plates for the front and rear diff. Yeah, I seen these about a year and a half ago, maybe 2 Septembers ago, when we did our Jeep travel to Montana. We met up with LITE, BRITE, and then we met Dan with Next Venture Motorsports, and he had some rear diff skids at that time and was working on the front one. He finally completed the design for the front one in last November. We got our name on the list and they finally showed up here February. So we're going to open them up here and then we'll go over what we like about them and get ready to do an install. These are the spacer plates you need if you're going to run your stock differential covers. These are designed to go with your diff pot covers, but if you're going to stay with your stock ones, you're going to have to order these spacer plates. So don't forget to order them if you're going with these skids once I show you how well they're built. Yeah, they're wrapped pretty good for the trip. All the hardware and stuff is inside. All the new bolts for the diff cover. Yeah, so this is she's heavy duty 1/4 inch plate. What I liked about it is it's so much more concave on this edge. Some of them are just a square cut, so you get more chance to snag. And then I'll show you this top piece. Got it over the pinion to protect the drive shaft and pinion at the front of the diff. So yeah, so that's one of them there. And then I use a good steel bracket to hold it on. Hold it on here instead of a U-bolt. So yeah, it should be way stronger than them other ones that are out there. I've looked at them other ones. Always been out of stock when I went to order them. Yeah, the other ones have been out of stock whenever I've gone to order them, so I'm glad I got my name on the list for these ones as soon as he released them. And yeah, we'll open up the other box. So we get our new front and rear diff skid plates from Next Venture Motorsports for our Jeep JL 4-door Rubicon Edition. Been waiting for since September of 2019 for Dan to produce the front one. He finally completed it last fall and we got on the order list right away. And we finally get them in the mail. Now we're ready to put them on. Okay, so you take your shim bracket, make sure you matches up with your bolt pattern. Try to let plates, just start your bolts in there so they don't fall out. And you hold it in place. And then we're gonna pop the cover bolts out. Let me get the right size. I think them are 10mm. So in the kit they give you some new longer bolts. These are 6mm Allens. Alright, so slide under there.
What'd you say? This is a 1/4 inch
Steel plate.
steel plate. We had it powder coated from Next Venture Motorsports. With the front and diff differential skids.
Alright, so why we're putting the rear one on is because these corners here can catch on the rocks and smash this edge out. It's a sharp angle all the way around, so that's the biggest thing. And yeah, so we got a little burr right here. I'm gonna have to touch up with the grinder before we put our spacers on. So I guess I gotta grab that quick and take them rough edges off. Okay, now that edge is all cleaned up, we'll give a little touch of paint to reseal that rough polished metal. Lift this up here and start a couple bolts.
Well, why don't you, I'll go get a piece of cardboard and help you.
Oh.
Is there something I can help you?
Impact. Alright. You don't want to get too crazy. Snugging them up until you get everything. Everything started. Alright, now we're going to go put our bracket on the front and then tighten everything up.
Okay, that did it. Whatever you just did. Just needs to tighten down a bit more.
These are kind of tricky to get.
You don't have a shot.
I can snug everything up. Pass me that GoPro. Alright, I'm gonna buzz everything up tight. Back. Well, my earlier videos, I went to the Rubicon Trail. We did get caught with that drain plug issue, and over lots of my other videos, earlier videos, but I just an update, I got the new plug and I run a 1/2 inch MPT tap up after I pulled my cover, and now this is countersunk. So if you can't afford the skid plates right away, I would definitely look at doing that, so that that nut don't get smashed out, and you can put a couple touches of weld on that too to secure it if you're never going to use it, which I don't know how often you'd use it. Most of the time you pull your front cover anyway to do an oil service. So let's get this bolts off. Okay, so on this front one on. They did it a little different, which is nicer. I don't know if they can do it to the back in the future, but they made the nut cert plate so you bolt it on and it stays in place. So make sure when you put your front bracket on, you pick your 2 holes and you leave this one in right there to hold your nut cert plate in place. So yeah, really some good thought went into this, so you don't have to struggle.
Is it in place where it needs to? I'd hold it in the back. Yeah. It's like holding underneath here.
Okay, it should fall now.
Yeah.
Should be on more screw. All right. Now. better.
Let's go way better. When your wife can do it, it's going better.
That's right there. Tell her. I can't see it.
The last one's gonna give you a little bit of grief. Just enough. Oh, it's finger tight. Imagine it will go into place. Yeah, maybe. No, it should go. Okay. Maybe.
That was a lot easier.
Yeah, if your wife could do it. Check it out, wife.
That was a good job, guys, with that plate. Bolting it in place. Yeah, it took a lot of... Nope. His camera, I knocked it over.
See the U-bolt on the top of the thing there. It has a little sturdy 1/4-inch bracket. Like super well thought out and well built. You don't have to worry about snapping a U-bolt on your plate. Just very well thought out.
Yeah, it's not a... It's definitely not... You've got the camera all whacked out. It's definitely not a 1-hour barnyard skid plate. Like I said, everything, there's nothing on the bottom to catch or snag. hard to get an angle when you're working on your driveway with the cameras.
This is, like I said, it's very well rounded out.
Oh, it's easier to maneuver.
Very round. Back in, covered up nicely. A nice plate over the spine instead of a little flimsy U-bolt. All rounded so nicely. We were fortunate we didn't get caught. We were able to fix our plug at the time on the Rubicon, but if we weren't able to, it would have cost us thousands of dollars in damage. Not been able to get home, but this, now we don't have to worry about it. Very good. Here's the front end. Back one back here. Same thing. Nice, rounded. Nothing to catch. Same really nice bracket over the spine. Very well thought out. Nice, worth the few extra bucks if you got them. We did have to pay a little extra duty and broker fees and whatnot, but well worth it. Well worth the money. Okay.
Yeah, just go over everything with your hand wrench when you're done with your impact. Torque them up good.
The only flaw I can see with this, for real, is if you get and you're on a dirt road and you get little rocks in there. But if you're bouncing around enough, they should bounce out and not give you too much noise. But like I said, well thought out piece of equipment. If you're going to be hardcore rock crawling, it's a must-have.
Coming your way. I did the front the same way. Oh, I come back over the pinion. So your pinion's protected. And I got the Evo engine skid on here. So you gotta do some heavy duty sliding now to get hung up on that pinion. And then the drive shaft rock between your lower control arms, engine skid, and these front axle skids now. So, and the wrap around. So nice. Way better than that U-bolt design. Everything's so smooth on the bottom. Flow is so nice. Beveled front edge instead of the square. Yeah, we're ready for our next adventure in the rocks if we get that way.
I think so. Watching our install.